Hey guys, so we are doing a mock draft today on ESPN. It's a 12-team PPR format league, and we are drafting from the 101. So I wanted y'all to get an idea of, what should I be doing with the first overall pick, what a full draft looks like with standard PPR format. So that's one quarterback, two running backs, two wide receivers, a tight end, a flex, defense, and a kicker. So 45 seconds here. And I'm excited about this one because I think picking at the first pick, you can lock in that top tier elite talent, and you get the pick of the litter. And I really don't think it's all that confusing who you're going to choose. So we will wait 24 seconds and then we get to make our pick. But I think y'all can guess who we're going to make. Man, picking at the 101 is always so exciting. Like I feel like when you're doing your league order with your league mates and picking out the draft order, getting the first position is always so electric. All right, so we are on the clock. First overall, I don't overthink this, guys. It's Justin Jefferson, and he's a stud. He's young. Minnesota getting rid of Dalvin Cook. They're going to throw the ball. We know what they are. Jordan Addison now coming in, creating some room for him to run routes. Jefferson, lock it in. I think that the narrative has really shifted this year in drafts from being very running back dominant early on to, we're seeing a lot of these elite running backs getting pushed back. I mean, look at, you can get Josh Jacobs, the RB1 from last year, queued up at rank 19. I mean, you can get, Derrick Henry, Saquon in the back end of round 1. I mean, these are elite guys, but, the domination of top-tier wide receivers and the injury bug, I would say that the NFL's view on running backs has translated to fantasy a bit, and I think everyone can agree on that. All right. So after us, we see Eckler, Jamar Chase, Kelsey go off the board at 4. Interesting. McCaffrey at 5. Cooper Kupp, Bijan, Saquon. Hill falls to 9. I'm guessing that's from the suspension possibility. Henry at 10. Adams at 11, Pollard, Diggs, Lamb, and Wilson. Okay, so I think that's pretty. I would kind of expect most of those picks to fall how they are. No big surprises. I think Kelsey at 4, I think is a bit surprising, but can't be mad at it. He's a top guy, so. Okay. Devontae Smith getting drafted before A.J. Brown. Wow. Okay. All right, so we are on the board at the back end. We got Metcalf, Higgins, Olave, and 2 top quarterbacks left. So we're looking at potentially definitely either a hero RB or a zero RB build. I love a lot of these guys. I think Olave is going to have a huge year. I'm not sold on that Seahawks offense completely. They've got a lot of mouths to feed, and Olave with the new deep ball quarterback in Carr, I think he's gonna be able to create a lot of separation. Here, we're not going to overthink this too much. We're going to pair the best quarterback in fantasy football with our 2 elite receivers. And through 3 rounds now, we've got Patrick Mahomes at quarterback, we've got Justin Jefferson, and we've got Chris Olave at wide receiver 2. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think we're sitting pretty good. We are going to have to address running back soon, but we have the number one quarterback, and we have the number one wide receiver, and I think our wide receiver too is definitely going to push for top 10. So I think we're sitting pretty good. I'm happy with how this has gone so far, but we'll see what running backs fall to us. You know, if we could get Andrews to fall to us, would be amazing. All right. Hurts. Allen, Stevenson, Hall, ETN. Okay, there's a little bit of a run on running backs right there going. Harris goes. Okay. People have the same idea as us, apparently. So we're doing something right. Ooh, Gibbs, Mixon, Jones. Okay, yep. Complete run on running backs. And you know, this definitely the risky run. Going a kind of a more zero RB build. But you do set yourself up with some elite wide receiver talent, elite quarterbacks. But we're going to see what falls to us. I think we're going to have some opportunity down here. I see a couple guys I'm liking a lot. All right, so we got Debo, Jerry, Judy. Andrews goes. Hawkinson goes. Wow, he reached on Hawkinson. Hawkinson goes round 4, pick 4. That is pretty high. Yeah, he reached about 10 spots for him. But yeah, people panic, I think, with the tight end position. You know, I think locking in that top tier tight end is something that people place, you know. I've been in tight end hell before, and it's not a place you want to be in. So, Lamar, Amari, Calvin, DeAndre. Joe Burrow, Rashad White go off the board. So we're all right. Who we got? So Alvin Kamara is going to miss 3 games. When he comes back, he's a running back 1 in my opinion. Miles Sanders, I think, is going to get a ton of work. I like Miles Sanders. I think he's going to have a big year. I think people underestimate him. You know, they've come out and said they want to use him in more of a 3-down role. I don't think he's going to be pushed for a lot of competition by, you know, Chuba Hubbard, and finally can kind of get let loose. And then, you know, we're definitely taking Christian Watson here. You know, Christian Watson, a player that, you know, really flashed last year with Rodgers. Now he's had an off season after his rookie year to stay healthy. You know, he's got elite athleticism. He's a burner. I think he is a great pick for our flex spot. And I'm really liking how this team's looking, guys. We got Patrick Mahomes, Miles Sanders, Justin Jefferson, Chris Olave, and Christian Watson. I mean, that's a good squad right there. I was considering Kamara, but drafting a player at the top of the 5th round that is going to miss 3 games right off the rip is a tough pill to swallow for me. When we can get guys down the board that, you know, could potentially be in contention for that spot. And it's just, it's tough drafting guys that are suspended. Just point blank. All right, so we got Chris Godwin, DJ Moore, Darren Waller goes in the 5th round. Someone we maybe could have considered drafting, but I've been burned by Waller 2 years in a row, guys. I mean, it's a bit ridiculous for me. I mean, my friends laugh about it I drafted Darren Waller 2 years in a row after his monster season, and he sucked. So I'm not willing to make that pick again. I just won't do it. So we get James Conner, Kenneth Walker, Madison, Cook. Oh, man. Running backs really going. Fields and Herbert, Ayuk. Cam Akers, somebody I was hoping might make it back to us. But, we've got some talent down the board. Couple of tight ends coming up. If we could get Goddard, I'd be really happy with that. Let's see what Team Mata does. We are at round 6, pick 68. George Kittle, Drake London just went. Okay. All right, 3 picks away. I'm looking for one of those 2 tight ends, either Kyle Pitts or Dallas Goedert. And I'm definitely looking at potentially reaching on a running back here. And both tight ends go back to back. Oh, that one hurts. Okay, so Pitts and Goddard go the 2 picks before us. So literally the guys we were considering. Okay, so we're either looking at going at some running back depth now or continuing to pound wide receivers. I like Christian Kirk here. I think the Jags offense is going to be elite. We saw what he did last year. Ridley's going to open up a lot of those underneath routes, and I think Kirk's going to be able to get some room, get some space open to work. George Pickens, Treylon Burks, Javonte Williams, but I'm a Lions fan. You see the jersey, Montgomery. I think Montgomery's insane value here in the 7th round. You're talking about a guy that literally has all the tools. I mean, you're an upgraded Jamal Williams essentially for the Lions. So I think although they bring in Gibbs, who's going to eat up a lot of that passing down work, I think Montgomery is still an exceptional pass catcher. He's very capable. He did it a decent amount in the Bears, in Chicago for the Bears, and I think that he's going to be getting opportunity to catch a couple balls a game and going to be the go-to goal line guy in Detroit. I believe he's very capable of getting double-digit touchdowns, and our team is looking stacked, guys. Patrick Mahomes, Miles Sanders, David Montgomery, Justin Jefferson, Chris Olave, Christian Watson, and Christian Kirk. All right, we got a couple of Chris, Christian, and Christian, man. Team Crispy, you heard me? Crispy Christians out here, man. And we're just, we're bringing heat. If this was a real league, I'd be kicking ass and taking names, baby, but it's all mock. It's all fun. All right, so after we pick Montgomery, we go Deshaun Watson, Javonte Williams, Pacheco. I'm not considering Pacheco. He's never going to catch passes ever. So Williams, if he could stay healthy, but there's a risk there. A.J. Dillon, I want no part of. Trevor Lawrence, Dak, Brandon Cooks, Dalvin Cook. Still going to the back end of the 7th. Is he going to sign somewhere? I mean, just put us out of our misery. Just sign somewhere, bro, at this point. Aaron Rodgers, Pat Freiermuth, Michael Pittman, Evan Ingram. I would have loved to get Evan Ingram at tight end. I think, he's a crazy athlete still, and he had some crazy game. I mean, he had like a 30 bomb at the end of the season last year. It was ridiculous. Okay. Khalil Herbert, who scored a huge touchdown today for the Bears in preseason, by the way, against the Titans. Crazy receiving touchdown. So maybe there's some upside there. Michael Thomas, Tyler Higbee, Treylon Burks, DeAndre Swift, ex-Lion. All right, we are up in 4 picks. And I'm looking at David Njoku here. If he's here, slam dunk. I'm locking that in. He's still a crazy athlete. Deshaun can put it together this year. I think he'll be a huge red zone target for them, and I'll like him as a late round guy. And then you know what? I'm gonna leave some suspense. I'm not gonna give it away for my other guy. Let's see. All right, Team Mata goes Antonio Gibson. J.K. Dobbins, Cortland Sutton, John Dodson. Okay. I mean, this makes it pretty easy for us, guys. I mean, our top 2 picks are the guys I wanted. So, I mean, this is perfect. All right, so we're taking Jackson Smith and Jigba. We'll take Njoku, and then I'll tell you why. All right. JSN, you're talking about an elite receiver that in his sophomore campaign he outperformed current receivers Chris Olave, who's on our team, Garrett Wilson. I mean, he was an absolute animal, and they are both NFL studs in their rookie campaigns, and now we're looking at JSN thinking he's not going to be a stud. At pick rank 101, we got him in the 9th round. It's a no-brainer for me. In underdog drafts, he's going as like rank 57 or 59 or something. Like, I'm taking him all day in these ESPN drafts, and you should too. He's an elite athlete. The days of not taking rookie wide receivers is gone. There's just too much talent. And I think locking him in as our wide receiver 5 is great. If he busts, cool, whatever. If Lockett or Metcalf gets injured, he's an easy top 20 for the rest of the year. No questions asked. And then Njoku, I already told you. I think he's going to be a great late round option. Not an elite, top 3, top 5 guy, but he's going to be good for us. He's going to be good enough. The rest of our team, in going tight end earlier, we pick up a lot of these other pieces that are going to set us up for success in these matchups in the future. So let's look at how the round went afterwards. Kirk Cousins, Daniel Jones, OBJ, Sky Moore, Dalton Schultz, Jacoby Myers, Brian Robinson was someone I considered, Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson's other teammate. He's going to be a beast too, I think, as a rookie. Gabe Davis, Juju. I'm not drafting Juju, guys. Don't do it to yourselves. Jamal Williams, Cole Kmet, Rondale Moore. And too many to list off. So we're back on the board. Who do we get? Okay, Zach Charbonnet, someone I'm actually interested in this year. Walker's already has been injured, so is Charbonnet, but Charbonnet's going to be involved. He's an elite athlete, catch the pass, but he's also like a bruiser. I think we're taking him as our RB3. I think he'll be a great switch-in option. He doesn't, bye weeks don't block us from locking him in when Sanders or Montgomery is already on a bye. And then we're looking at players who we think can, kind of make a difference here at the end of the draft. Elijah Moore. And you're going to say, oh, you're just picking the guy at the top of the fucking rankings. But no. I'll tell you why I like Elijah Moore. We saw him be elite in his rookie campaign. And then as more pieces start to come into the Jets with Garrett Wilson, but the lackluster QB play of Zach Wilson, I just don't think the volume was there to support him. He had some issues with the team and other stuff and, kind of getting blocked from playing. I think he's going to get a new chance to start over. And if Deshaun can, after 1 year now, remove from his massage issues, I think if he can put it together in any way of how he was on the Texans, Elijah Moore, still an athlete, still in his early 20s, 25, I believe. He can definitely be in he's going to outperform his ADP at round 11, pick 1 by me. I mean, round 11, pick 1 as our wide receiver 6. If he does nothing, cool. It doesn't affect us at all. If he does nothing, then, we're still sitting very, very good. But we are looking at our next pick now. And I'm looking to see where essentially we've got 3 bench spots left, our defense and our kicker. Defense and kickers just kind of throw-ins. I mean, I'm not really... I am one that votes to get rid of defense and kickers in leagues. We're trying it in one of mine this year, and we will draft on this channel. I will be live streaming my drafts for my home leagues, so definitely tune in for that, guys. But I think that for this one, we'll just take the best okay. Nico Collins, someone I'm high on. MVS, no, don't think he's really going to be doing much. We're going to take a backup tight end in Dalton Kincaid. Elite athlete. They're paying Knox a ton of money, so they're both going to be involved. But Kincaid, someone, if Knox were to go down or something, Kincaid probably becomes a good option. And he gives us a decent option to sub in place of Njoku in bye weeks. And then we are going to go lock in Nico Collins. And then we're probably going backup QB, and we're going defense and kicker. Who we got left at QB here? Oh, I'd love to get Jared Goff. I would love to get Jared Goff as the last pick. I mean, come on. NFC Championship bound, baby. Super Bowl. You got to believe, guys. You got to believe. I mean, I've been in hell for my entire life pretty much watching them play. So, but that's the thing about being a fan. You love it. You got to love it. You got to love them in their down times. You got to love them in their high times. No bandwagoners here, man. And, I mean, if you are bandwagoning with a team or bandwagoning with the Lions, hats off to you. We'll take you. We'll accept you as our own. But there's some that can... You got to have some respect for me and a fan base that stay true to their team when they're just utter dog shit sometimes. I mean, some of the years were terrible. Some better than others, but we've had some great players, Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders, even Stafford was good. He was good, but we helped the Rams win a Super Bowl, but we're building something special now. That culture is crazy, so back to the draft anyways. I'm talking about the Lions too much. Okay. Who are we going to get here? I think we're going to get Goff. We could take Pickett, and that's an interesting option. I think he's going to be a lot better this year in year 2. Murray gives us very elite level ceiling if he can make it back, but I'm not so sure he's gonna. So, yeah, we're going to take the QB. And we're going to go Goff. And then, you know what? We're going to do an interesting strategy here, which is we are going to take, not interesting strategy. We're just going to take the best player available. Defenses are just kind of a crapshoot. I like the Panthers and what they're building. I just read something about, their lineup. Their linebacking core, and they've got a lot of young players. J.C. Horn at corner, Jeremy Chin. They've got some dogs, and a good culture. And I know they're moving into a different scheme now with Derek Brown on the outside, and I like what they could bring. So, but kind of how defenses and kickers work. If it doesn't work out, you just drop them and pick someone else up. I'm more kind of a usually recommend just streaming a defense. Just stream them. Yep, and then we're just going to take a kicker. All right. Domingo, Jaden Reed. A lot of rookie wide receivers going really late here. What's your guys' opinion on rookie wide receivers? I want to know. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about drafting rookies. I know some people don't consider. I used to be really, really against drafting rookies. Like I drafted DJ Moore his rookie year and not any good. And used to be a big taboo thing back in the day. And now it's very well, kind of more well respected. I think just people are better now in the rookie years. I think usually it used to take them a lot longer to get. Who would take it? Best kicker in the league, baby. Riley Patterson. All right. Let's look at this team. Okay, so we got Patrick Mahomes, drafted from the 101. Patrick Mahomes, Miles Sanders, David Montgomery, Justin Jefferson, Chris Olave, David Njoku, Christian Watson in the flex. And then we got Christian Kirk, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Zach Charbonnet, Elijah Moore, Dalton Kincaid, Nico Collins, Jared Goff, and then at defense, Panthers, Riley Patterson, Lions kicker. And I will say we only went with 3 running backs, so this is definitely kind of a borderline 0 RB build. I'd say it's kind of a definitely towards a 0 RB build, but streaming running backs is extremely effective. I like to utilize the waivers for that more. That's kind of my approach going into this year. So guys, thanks for watching. That was a fantasy football draft in a 12-team league in PPR formats from the 101. Let me know how you think I did and anything I could have done differently and to maybe get a better team and what you would have done. And make sure to keep watching. We're going to be running through every position for 12-team PPR leagues. And let me know if there's any videos that you guys want to see. So, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.